Bitcoin Bussiness with famous company like Microstrategy, Tesla. Bitcoin's status as an inflation hedge has come under scrutiny in the current market, but experts point toward exceptional market conditions. Bitcoin has been projected as many things since its inception in 2009. However, the most talked about aspects have been a fungible form of future money and an inflation hedge. During the last year's bull cycle, the likes of Microstrategy, Tesla, and numerous other public companies doubled down on Bitcoin's inflation hedge aspect by adding Bitcoin to their company treasuries. Microstrategy started buying BTC when the price of the top cryptocurrency was trading in the sub $10,000 price range, and continued its purchases until the market reached the top with BTC price near $690,000. The decision looked very lucrative in the beginning, as the BTC price was touching new highs every month, and many in the crypto community hailed Microstrategy CEO as the crusader for Bitcoin's inflation hedge case. However, the sentiment in the community changed quickly with the advent of the bear market, which only got worse with soaring inflation caused by various geopolitical issues like the war in Ukraine and subsequent food supply and energy crises. At present, inflation rates have touched new highs across the world, and many countries are struggling to avoid a recession. Bitcoin, like most other assets, is struggling to remain a lucrative investment option, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has completely failed as an inflation hedge, some say. Casper van der Leeuw, CEO at quantitative crypto trading firm Muscat Capital, believes that BTC is still among the strongest performing asset despite the downturn, but it depends on how one frames it. Sure, it is down 75%. However, that is compared to the strongest asset out there. If we compare it to currencies such as the Turkish lira, it shows more strength. Besides, it is not like other hedges such as gold that have never encountered a large drawdown. One factor many people forget about is that an inflation hedge is a kind of insurance thing such as real estate. While gold is hard to store and sell since it's illiquid, Bitcoin offers many advantages that those assets don't. Talking about the role of Microstrategy, van der Leeuw believes that the Fortune 500 companies bet has more than succeeded when it comes to Microstrategy. Since we can't get an exchange-traded fund, how can we create a vehicle so others can speculate on the price of Bitcoin? That is what Microstrategy tries to accomplish, and they have succeeded. The idea of Bitcoin being a hedge against troubled financial markets is derived from the top cryptocurrency's inherent properties such as a fixed supply of 21 million with central control of its monetary policy. Bitcoin proponents believe that a scarce supply added with growing acceptance in the mainstream would eventually make it a better inflation hedge than gold and other similar safe haven assets. Others believe that the time frame will play a key role as well, given BTC is still a nascent asset class compared to others. The strengthening dollar. Bitcoin's uncertain position as a hedge against market conditions could be attributed to several factors, including a number of macroeconomic ones. The current market downturn is not just because of the fragile financial market. In fact, market conditions have been worsened by several external crises such as the ongoing geopolitical tensions that have in turn fueled financial instability. Experts are of the opinion that during times of geopolitical crisis, the United States dollar becomes the primary inflation hedge. Martin Heespoke, head of blockchain and crypto research at Uphold, told Cointelegraph that none of the assets are currently offering a hedge against inflation because of the USD strength. We all thought that Bitcoin was going to be an inflation hedge, but it turns out in times of war, the safe haven is still the US dollar, which projects military might more than decentralized computer networks like Bitcoin. Crypto has been harmed by the strong USD, as well as the multitude of phishing scams and hacks that have occurred since the beginning of the year. He added that Bitcoin's truly decentralized nature lessens its appeal during times of conflict, as it isn't backed by any government. Thus, the main variables of concern are the Russian war in Ukraine and the Fed's outlook on inflation. Put those two together, and we will see continued USD strength and, in turn, Bitcoin weakness. Other experts believe that Bitcoin's inflation hedge properties should be seen in the long term rather than the current time frame. Bitcoin might not seem to be a hedge currently, but if we take a 10-year time frame, BTC has definitely outperformed most of the assets.